Warm Up at Arlington High School. I'm Mark Kuntz. Today's show presented by the Blanchard Valley Health Center. And we are joined now by the Red Devils head coach, Dick Leonard. And been head coach now for about 6-7 years. It's starting to feel like old hat to you?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Obviously, a year of change in the Blanchard Valley Conference. We talked about it last year. This year, it's for real as Riverdale, North Baltimore, and Hopewell Loudon come into the league. How does that change your approach this season with having 3 new conference members to worry about?
Well, it's another thing, more people you got to compete against that you haven't competed against in the past. So we'll have to do a little more prep work, a little more scouting, and concentrate maybe a little bit more on film work and so forth. But we typically do that anyhow. So we'll prepare each week like we do for every team we face.
North Baltimore not on the schedule. Hopewell Loudon comes in week 3, and then it's Riverdale here at Arlington in week 5, and a little bit different having the Falcons here week 5 as opposed to week 1.
Yeah, definitely. That's been a long-standing tradition game for us, and it's always been a real good rivalry and a real important game, being a non-league game. I mean, and there's always playoff implications for those non-league games, and that's been one of our big goals is win your non-league game. So.
Speaking of playoff implications, last year, 5th playoff appearance, made it to the regional finals before losing to St. John's. The deepest run Arlington has had. Is there momentum carrying over from last year's run?
We certainly hope so. But again, that was last year, and this year is this year, and you can't live off last year's press clippings. We've got to establish ourselves, and each and every week. Again, we were proud of what we accomplished. I don't think we were satisfied, but that was last year, and this is a whole new picture right now.
Obviously, you have to replace Andrew Hunter at quarterback. How is the search going for the new signal caller?
Well, that's been a big concern for us is who we can get back there. But we've got a couple kids competing pretty hard for it, and hopefully we can separate the competitors here and come up with someone who's going to do a real good job for us.
Certainly has to feel good knowing what you've got coming back on the line and in the backfield.
Well, and that hopefully will help, have a good transition for a new quarterback where we can, maybe rely a little bit up front to carry the load, and then, as that athlete gets comfortable back there as the signal caller, we can allow him to. Get a little more comfortable, hopefully we can allow him to get comfortable back there.
A couple of all-state performers coming back in Austin Reddigan in the backfield, Logan Grease in the line. What does Logan bring to the line?
Well, he brings a lot of intelligence and a lot of experience. Obviously, he's a big, strong player. And the same thing with Austin, it's the experience thing. I know Logan's been doing that since about his freshman year. And Austin's been doing it since he's been a sophomore. So, obviously those things are good things, and it's just the experience.
Let's talk about the defense. What do you think you're going to have coming back defensively?
Well, it'll be very similar to the offense in terms of our line is kind of coming back, but the linebacking core is going to be all new. As a coach, you're a little concerned about the linebackers and the secondary, and just like you are on offense with the signal caller and a couple different receivers and those kind of things. So but again, up front we've got most of our starting defensive line returning, and again hopefully they can be good enough that we don't give quarterbacks 5 seconds to throw the ball, because we may struggle trying to keep people woed if that's happening.
Last 8 years, you've had Mike Dennis on your coaching staff. He's now down at Hardin Northern as the head coach. How does that move affect your coaching staff?
Well, that's a big chunk gone, because he was very good, and he's been our defensive coordinator, and he's tried and true. He's a very good coach, and we wish him the greatest of luck at Hardin Northern. But luckily, we've had the same staff pretty much for the last 7 or 8 years, and Coach Nick Inbody had worked with our defense with Coach Dennis for the last 5 or 6 years, and we think it's going to be a pretty smooth transition with him being our defensive coordinator.
We touched on it earlier. Riverdale on the BVC changes the non-conference schedule. Shaw will be the week 1 opponent, but you're going to be guys playing those on Saturday afternoon. Does that change the approach through camp at all?
Not really through camp, but it'll definitely change our approach during that prep
Right.
week, But it's exciting. We know nothing about Shaw. I mean, I know that they're a very big school.
Right, Division III, 2-8 record last year.
And they have a lot of speed. Do know that? And so it's going to be a real fun game, hopefully. And we're kind of looking forward to that.
What do you think the expectations are for this year's team?
Well, I think our expectations are similar to what they are every year. We have goals that we have. I would think number 1 goal would be, like it always is the Blanchard Valley Conference Championship, and then let's get back to the playoffs and let's build upon what we did last year, and our goal is to go deeper. I think. We fill out our goal sheets, and those 6-7 guys right over there, I mean, their goals are pretty much the same as what mine are, and our coaching staff. I mean, it's their team, it's their year, and I think that BVC championship's always the first, and then let's go deeper than what we did last year. Let's get a little deeper.
All right,
thank
you very much, Coach Leonard, as he's got a group of about 10 or 11 seniors that they're counting on for good things, and we'll hear from several of them coming up after this break here on the warm-up presented by the Blanchard Valley Health Center.
Back here on the warm-up presented by Blanchard Valley Health Center, joined by 3 Red Devils seniors now. Directly to my right is Chase Glick, Bryce Hartman in the middle, and Logan Grieser on the end. Chase, let's start with you. You're on the line. It's one of the strengths of this team. What are you guys working on here in camp, trying to improve on before week 1?
We really want to work on staying low, forming upright, keeping your gap, everything, the essentials to being a good lineman.
And Bryce, you're also on the line at guard. How important is it to have a group that has been together for a while to open up those running lanes?
It really helps because we bring a lot of experience, and with Logan right beside me, we just try to make those holes for Reddick to run through.
And Logan, you are on the line as well. So as you can see, I'm the smallest person on this panel by a long shot. How has the summer gone for you so far?
Oh, well, summer's gone pretty good. We've been working really hard, and we know everybody else has, just trying to do the best that we can do and get better.
Chase, where do you guys fit into this expanded BVC? Do you expect it to be different with the addition of the 3 other teams?
I believe it'll be, better competition. I think we'll have to definitely put in the effort and the time to get better and make sure we can compete, but I think we'll be okay.
Bryce, what about this senior class? 10 or 11 of you here. Are you guys a tight-knit group?
Yeah, we're pretty tight.
What do you guys like to do off the field together to make sure you have that camaraderie that you can say on the air, please?
We just like to hang out, go swimming, go out to eat somewhere, stuff like that.
That's great. Logan, what's your favorite part about playing for Coach Leonard?
I say he's pretty fiery, and he'll always jump on you, give you a hard time, but still cares for us all the same.
Is there anyone on the schedule that you're looking at that you might have circled going into this season?
Definitely LB.
Yeah, LB is a big one.
That's a big one. If we want to compete for the title, we're going to have to beat them. We come in Leipzig.
Classic BVC rivalries. And just talk about going to the postseason last year, making the deepest run in school history. How are you going to build on that coming into this season? How was that experience helpful?
Experience was helpful because we finally got to face new teams. They were really good. We got to face better competition and got better.
All right, guys, best of luck to you this season. Thanks for stopping by. Time for another break on the warm-up, but when we return, we'll talk to 3 more Arlington seniors. Third down here on the warm-up, presented by Blanchard Valley Health Center from Arlington. 3 more seniors. Zach Romick to my right, Mitch Jolloff in the middle, and Hunter Bernhardt on the end. Zach, we'll start with you. What does it mean to you to get ready to go into your senior year knowing this is your last season in the red and black?
I know it's my last shot, so I just got to give it my all and do as best I can.
Mitch, anything you're looking forward to this season in particular, knowing that this could be it will be the last season that you play under Coach Leonard?
Oh, just the bigger games, you know, the rivalries, and just want to prove a point.
Hunter, who do you consider your biggest rival in the BVC?
We have a few. The ones that compete for the BVC title every year, the ones that are big games. Macomb, Lipstick, LB.
Zach, getting ready for a scrimmage on the 15th. It's a three-way scrimmage with Marion Local and Bluffton and you guys. What are you hoping to get out of that game?
You know, just a lot of good film, see what we need to improve on and what we need to get better at, and it gives us a good idea of what a game-like situation is going to be like for us.
Yeah, Mitch, you looking forward to that one as well, knowing that you get to hit somebody else besides your own teammates?
Yeah, it'll definitely be a different feeling, you know. The boys from Marion Local and Bluffton, they're good programs, and, you know, just be a good competition.
What does it mean to play with these group of seniors on that line and really solidify the trenches for Arlington?
We've had the same group for a while, so we have a lot of good communication, and we're all good with each other, so it works out.
Well, looking at the schedule after Shaw, which Mark talked about, you guys have 3 straight road games. Is that something you have prepared for differently, knowing that you're not going to be playing at home for almost a month?
Not really. We're just going to go there and play the same game we would here. We just give it our best.
Are you looking forward to that opening game against Shaw, knowing that it's not the normal opener against Riverdale and mixing it up a little bit?
Oh, yeah, you know, it'd be a really great competition and just see different schools and how they do things, and we'll learn a lot from it.
Hunter, what's the one thing that you personally want to improve upon most before week 1?
Just the game overall. I made a lot of mistakes last year, so just improve on everything. Different things every week.
Zach, same question to you. What are you personally looking to improve upon before the games start to count for real?
Just being a better teammate, helping out the guy beside me as much as I can, and getting better.
I guess Mitch will might as well get your answer to that as well.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, you know, just being a leader and keeping the younger guys in check and just doing as best as we can.
Is there a favorite part of camp, or is it kind of monotonous, or do you enjoy coming out here every day, 2 days?
Well, of course. Those are the best parts with Coach Spire, our lineman coach. We go out there, tackle some dummies, cover some footballs.
That's the right answer.
Oh, yeah.
That's the right answer. But the games are obviously, that's where the adrenaline is really flowing, right? So week 1, you'll have a lot to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, best of luck to you guys. Thanks for joining us on the warm-up. That'll do it from Arlington on this edition of the warm-up presented by Blanchard Valley Health Center. We'll see you next time.